Welcome to Classic Game Room, broadcasting from the Intergalactic Space Arcade, where I've got one of the very best spaceship shooters on the Nintendo Game Boy. From 1994, this is Poppin' TwinBee. Lots of fun. It's time to pop, lock, and load with this classic Konami vertical scrolling shoot 'em up on the Nintendo Game Boy. For starters, how can you not enjoy a game called Poppin' TwinBee? It just sounds fun, because it is. It's really good. But don't take my word for it. Take my word for it. If you have a Game Boy and enjoy vertical scrolling shooters, you'll love this one. For starters, it plays really well, the music is fun, and the visuals fit the Game Boy screen perfectly. It doesn't feel like one of those games that's trying to do too much, this one just works. Now, for those who don't know, the TwinBee series from Konami started in 1985 in the arcades. This is a 1994 release for the Game Boy that I do not think made its way to US shores. This is an import copy from our homeboy Alexander in Duisburg, Germany. Note the German on the side of the Game Boy label in the intro. What I really like about this game is that it's more than your average vertical scrolling shoot 'em up. And while every game like this has its own thing, Poppin' TwinBee packs some really unpredictable gameplay. Because you're not just memorizing enemy attack patterns and blowing up bad guys for points. You're doing all that while also trying to juggle these bells for power-ups and really big points, while not running into things. It's harder than it sounds. This may not be immediately apparent, but as you shoot the bells, there's a chance they're going to turn a different color, which means you're getting a power-up. So if you see one turn white, don't shoot it again, except that's really hard to do while you're shooting at enemies, or launching numerous shots at the bells at once anyway. And there, I just picked up another one, 2 in a row. That doesn't happen very often. It's tricky, and that's what makes this game. Also, to score really big points, you shoot the bells and just collect them when they're gray. By not missing any of them, you'll get them up to 10,000 points each, which really builds your score. When they're dark gray, that increases your speed. You'll want a few of those. Now there's some interlacing things going on here with the Super Game Boy recording that don't show up on the real TV screen. Also, this one looks fabulous on the actual Game Boy or the Game Boy Advance SP. Poppin' TwinBee has the perfect risk versus reward gameplay that makes arcade games super fun to play for big points. Do you go for all of the bells and risk running into things? Like I just did there and then screwed up by not even collecting my weapon ghost? Way to go, dumbass! Or do you play it safe and just shoot the bad guys, not worrying too much about the additional points? Well, you score an additional life every 100,000 points, so that may make up your mind for you. Even though the first boss battle isn't too challenging, you should prepare for some frustration with Poppin' TwinBee, because you can't resist trying to juggle the bells and collect big points and power-ups. There's no sense in playing it safe in this game. The problem is that it forces you to move in a way that you normally wouldn't when playing vertically scrolling spaceship shooters. Because you want to juggle the bell until it turns white or until it turns into a force field, and then you don't shoot. But you've got enemies raining on you with erratic movements while you're attempting to catch this bell. Normally, when I play spaceship shooters like this, I try to move as little as possible to decrease the chance I'm going to run into something. Poppin' TwinBee forces you to move, and that's one of the major reasons this is a must-have game for your Game Boy collection. You also have some shields that will protect you from enemy shots, but they do not help if you run into things, which is likely what's going to happen when you're trying to catch all of those raining bells. I really like this one and hope that you can find a copy. Thanks to our friend Alexander from Duisburg, Germany. It's poppin' TwinBee.